Recent archaeological discoveries across former Roman territories have unearthed intriguing artifacts, whistles. These findings have sparked scholarly debate. Were whistles used by Roman forces during combat operations? The question divides experts, with many wondering whether battlefield whistles represent historical reality or merely creative license in modern entertainment. HBO's acclaimed series Rome features a memorable scene showing Lucius Venus using a whistle to command troops during intense combat. The depiction shows him issuing orders and coordinating unit movements through whistle signals. This portrayal generated considerable interest regarding potential whistle use in Roman military operations. Despite this compelling dramatic representation, classical historical sources present a problem. No one explicitly mentions whistle usage by Roman commanders in battle. Primary sources documenting Roman military organization, including contemporary historical accounts and soldier writings, make no reference to whistles as standard command tools. This documentary silence has led many scholars to question whether such practices existed historically or represent modern dramatization. Current archaeological evidence doesn't conclusively support whistles as common legion equipment. While whistles have appeared in excavations, they typically haven't emerged from explicitly military contexts, like fortifications or legionary encampments. Though battlefield whistles may not have been standard practice, archaeologists haven't ruled out their potential use in other military contexts, particularly training environments. Whistles might have served training instructors, delivering quick commands during drills and maintaining discipline among recruits. Additionally, whistles potentially served non-combat functions like coordinating hunting parties or other civilian activities. The Roman military, history's most organized and disciplined fighting force, employed various sophisticated communication systems during combat operations. Their primary battlefield communication tools included trumpet and bugle instruments, the tuba, straight trumpets, and instruments like the cornu and bucina, curved brass horns, provided audible command signals that penetrated battlefield chaos. These instruments produced distinct piercing sounds, ideal for transmitting orders amid combat's tumult. Beyond acoustic instruments, Romans extensively utilized visual signaling systems. The Senum military standard carried by designated standard-bearers signifies served as positional reference points for troop formations. These standards and flags indicated movement directions and positional adjustments, facilitating unit coordination across the battlefield. For long-distance communication between fortifications or separated formations, Romans employed sophisticated visual signaling techniques. Signal fires positioned on elevated terrain transmitted visual messages across significant distances. This methodology effectively transmitted information rapidly without requiring messengers, enhancing command and control capabilities across distributed forces. While whistles might have occasionally supplemented these primary systems in specific situations, historical and archaeological evidence suggests Romans primarily relied on these proven communication methods during military operations. Although whistles might have been used occasionally, their role in the Roman military, especially during battles, remains uncertain. Roman battlefield tactics were complex, relying on coordinated formations, strategic placement of troops, and clear communication. Despite the absence of direct evidence for battlefield whistles, their potential use in specific scenarios can't be completely ruled out. Roman soldiers were taught to understand and respond to different types of signals. These signals kept them united even under the most intense circumstances. The use of horns and trumpets in Roman military communication allowed them to effectively manage large-scale battles and sieges. Horns, trumpets, and other loud instruments helped overcome the chaos of battle, transmitting clear orders over the noise of combat. Roman military communication also included visual tactics, with flags and standards used to signal movement and position on the battlefield. The integration of various methods of communication enabled the Roman military to maintain high levels of organization, even during intense and chaotic combat situations. Romans also employed signal fires for long-distance communication, ensuring information was rapidly disseminated across the empire's vast territories. While the use of whistles by Roman commanders remains uncertain, the Romans' ability to adapt and innovate their communication methods was undeniable. Roman soldiers were trained to understand and follow commands instantly, without confusion, using a combination of signals and auditory cues. The discipline within the Roman military allowed commanders to utilize their communication tools effectively, ensuring synchronized operations on the battlefield. Roman command structures were well-oiled machines, where even the slightest disruption in communication could result in chaos. As modern historians explore these ancient tactics, the use of sound and visual communication remains one of the key innovations that set the Romans apart.